Good afternoon, students. In the earlier module of this chapter, Money and Credit, we have discussed up to the barter system, the forms of money, and deposit with the bank. Let us talk more about this chapter, the topics given. So, the first topic is the loan facility, credit facility. A loan is a lending of money from one individual, organization, or entity to another individual, organization, or entity. So it is a lending of money. A loan is a debt provided by an entity, organization, or individual to another entity at an interest rate and evidenced by a promissory note which specifies, among other things, the principal amount of money borrowed, the interest rate the lender is charging, and date of repayment. A loan entails the reallocation of the subject assets for a period of time between the lender and the borrower. Loan activities of the bank. Banks keep all proportion of their deposits as cash with themselves to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day. Means a small portion of the deposit is fixed by RBI. The banks should keep that portion to repay the money of depositors whenever they come to bank to ask their money. Banks use the major portion of the deposit to extend loans, and this is the motive of the bank to run and get some profit from the service. So in this way, bank mediate between those who have surplus fund, the depositors, and those who are in need of these funds, the borrowers. Banks charge a higher interest rate on loan than what they offer on deposit. So there is a difference of interest rate given and charged. The interest rate given to the depositors is usually higher. Sorry, interest rate given to the depositor usually lower than the interest rate charged on borrowers. And for this difference only, the banks are doing business. The difference between what is charged from borrowers and what is paid to depositor is their main source of income. Coupon accepted successfully. Credit loan activities of bank. So whether credit would be useful or not depends on the risk in the situation. Here two example is given in your book. a clip from there, from your book only. A festival season, any manufacturer or producer takes loan for the shoe business, and festival season there is more possibility of increasing selling of such goods. So that credit plays a vital and positive role if made a good profit. Another situation is given the farmer. Credit is for crop production. You know that crop is more than 90% dependent on nature. And if crop failure, credit pushes the person into a debt trap. Debt trap is the person borrow money from the bank on interest or borrow money from any money lender, any kind of lender, and not able to repay the loan amount timely, and because of that, if the borrower is trying to come out from the situation, needs one more borrowing, and that way the borrower is continuing this process, and that way he or she falls in debt trap. So while taking the loan from the bank, the most important document or the condition put before the borrower is collateral. In addition to the interest, lender may demand collateral. Of course, interest will be charged over the borrowing, but lender tries to ensure the money will come back, because he, that lender, the banks, using the money of other people, so that the bank is trying to ensure that money will come back, and for that purpose demand collateral, a security against the loan. Collateral is an asset, any valuable thing that the borrower owns, such as land, building, vehicles, livestock, deposits with banks, and uses this as guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. Property such as titles, land titles, deposits with bank, livestock are some common example of collateral used for borrowing. Credit arrangements. So how that credit is arranged? A small farmer borrow money from an agricultural trader. Usually, small farmer borrow money from agricultural traders wherever they have some good relation transaction of the agricultural inputs, so that way they have borrowing from there. The rate of interest is 36% per annum. The trader supplies farm inputs like seed, fertilizers. So that traders charge so high interest, 36%. You know that Even today bank if charge the interest rate on personal loan that stands about 12%. But here, three times more than that personal loan, the farmer is getting loan from these traders. The trader supplies farm inputs like seed and fertilizer that also will be according to them, whatever price they charge, how much margin they keep under the MRP. In addition to the interest and capital, the farmer has to sell his crops only to the trader. Such conditions are put by the traders if the farmer will have production, so the farmer has to sell his crops only to the trader. The farmer has to accept the price offered by the trader. The trader not only gets interest for his loan but also earns a huge profit from the selling crop at very high price, purchasing the grains, purchasing the goods from the farmer at lower price and selling at high price creates a huge profit from selling. Second condition, let us see. A farmer borrows money from a bank. The rate of interest is about 8.5% per annum. The loan can be repaid anytime in the next 3 years. The farmer plans to repay the loan after harvest by selling a part of crop. The farmer will then store the rest of the potatoes in a cold storage and sell it when the price is high. The farmer can apply for a fresh loan for the bank against the cold storage receipt. So the bank offers this facility too. So see how the condition is changed here of the farmer. Here farmer will have the better credit facility, better earning and better living standard. Let us see third condition. An agricultural laborer borrows money from her employer to meet the expenses for sudden illness in the family. The rate of interest is about 60% per annum. The borrower has to repay her or his loan by working for the employer. The employer does not treat the laborer well, as showing that he has helped him. So that way, the exploitation is done by the employer of these laborers. Employers are not only source of credit for the landless, employers are the only source of credit for the landless agricultural laborers, and that is why they they do not treat well with these laborers, charge very high rate of interest. So all these problems are faced by the poor families, poor class of people working in such organizations. The working of cooperative and people take loan from cooperative. So cooperative is a group of more than 100 people belonging to a similar profession. and they have pool of their saving, and from that pool they used to provide loan to the people that usually be higher than the bank rate and much lower than the interest charged by the money lenders. So beside bank, the other major source of cheap credit in rural areas is cooperative societies or cooperatives. Members of a cooperative pool their resources for cooperation in certain areas. There are several types of cooperatives, namely farmers cooperative, weavers cooperative, industrial workers cooperative. The example of Krishak cooperative. Krishak cooperative functions in a village not very far away from Sonpur. It has 2,300 farmers as members. So such examples can be seen in different parts of the country. The cooperative how working in the society as a financial service provider. The cooperative accept deposit from its members using the deposit as collateral, and the cooperative obtain a large loan from the bank. The loan amount received from the bank is used as a fund to provide loan to the members. As the members are not able to get loan directly from the bank due to lack of collateral, so they are easily getting loan from these cooperative by being a member of these cooperative. Once the members repay the loan, the amount is repaid to the bank and a fresh loan is taken from the bank. The cooperative provide loan to its members for the purchase of agricultural implements that are inputs, loans for cultivation and agricultural trade, fishery loans, loan for construction of houses and for a variety of other expenses. So in this way, cooperatives are helping. Another concept for solving the problem of collateral for the poor farmers or poor people. SHG Self Help Group. In recent year, people have tried out some newer ways of providing loans to the poor. The idea is to organize rural poor in particular women into small self-help group and pool their savings, collect their savings. A typical self-help group has 15 to 20 members usually belonging to one neighborhood who meet and save regularly. Saving per member varies from 25 rupees to 100 or more as they can have. Members can take a small loan from the group itself to meet their needs. The group charges interest on these loans, but this is still less than what the money lender charges. Actually, the interest rate charged by these self-help group is higher than the bank rate, but very low than very much lower than the money lender's interest. After a year or two, if the group is regular in saving, it becomes eligible for availing a loan from the bank, by which the self-help group can enhance the capacity to give bigger loan to the members. Loan is sanctioned in the name of group and is meant to create self-employment opportunities for the members. Actually, the loan is sanctioned to the members are in the name of the group to create self-employment opportunity to start any small business activity. Self-help group help borrowers to overcome the problem of lack of collateral. So this way, the self-help group can arrange the cheap credit without collateral and they get timely loans. Self-help groups are the building blocks of organization of the rural areas, and this is very successfully working in the rural areas and government is supporting it a lot. See this figure is showing how the self-help group usually meet in their neighborhood and discuss their social problems also when they sit together belonging to the same group. So they solve their social problems also, some family problems also. They discuss and get some solutions from each other's discussion. Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. Grameen Bank of Bangladesh is one of the biggest source success story in reaching the poor to meet their credit needs at reasonable rate, as it is a financial service providing organization. Especially the Grameen banks are working for the rural areas. Started in 1970s as a small project in Bangladesh, now has over 6 million borrowers in about 40,000 villages spread across Bangladesh. Almost almost all of the borrowers are women and belong to poorest section of the society. These borrowers have proved that not only are poor women reliable borrowers, but that they can start and run a variety of small income generating activities successfully. So, Professor Muhammad Yunus was the founder of Grameen Bank and recipient of 2006 Nobel Prize for Peace. Here is Muhammad Yunus as he has said, if society was structured for self-employment, there would be no reason to fear being poor. Debt trap. What is debt trap? Let us discuss about this. It is a situation in which a person takes a loan, and due to unavoidable circumstances, he is not able to repay his loan and now face a difficulty situation and has to take a tough decision. Either he has to borrow a fresh loan or sell some part of his property to repay the earlier loan. So, this is a big problem before the borrower may come, and that we refer as debt trap. For example, the farmers, when the crop failure occur, they take big loans. Due to crop failure, they are not able to repay the loan. So that condition comes before them, whether to sell their property to repay the loan amount or take another loan to overcome from the problem of the previous loan. And this way, the person falls in debt trap. Chit fund. Chit fund is a kind of saving facility provided to the poor people. Let us see what is chit fund. Chit fund means a fund set up for collection of small saving of the people who earn on daily basics like chaiwala, panwala, etc. These people can save rupees 10 and rupees 100 on daily basis and deposit in chit fund. The money collected is invested in the shares or debentures of the companies, bonds of the companies. In the government bonds, the return earned on these investment paid back to the investors after deducting the administrative charges of managing the fund. Actually, this is managed by some experts who have better knowledge of share market, how and where to invest money to get the big profit, and that way they help these poor people by providing them the benefit of the share market, the bonds, securities from the different big organizations. And in the return, they take some administrative charges, and rest of the money is paid back to the investors. Plan your future wisely. Means whenever we are taking decision for future, of course we should have good knowledge of this money and credit, how to use money, how to save money, how to invest and borrow money. All these informations are very important for our future so that no problems would come in our future. This is an example of plastic money which is very properly running in the market as credit card, debit card. Thank you, students. Revise the chapter thoroughly. Write the definitions, important points from the chapter, and make good note Thank you. Have a nice day.